す命の歌消えない心の傷メシアを求め続けたあの日の夜
What's up, everybody, and welcome back for episode 72 of the Anime Degens Podcast, aka the Bullshit Hour. And we've got some bullshit for you tonight. Pretty heavy bullshit, actually. The memes are coming out. How you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing good, and Dan ain't lying because we're gonna be bullshitting for all episodes today. I feel like so.
Yeah, absolutely nothing but bullshit today, dude. It's gonna be a fun one.
But yeah, it's been a pretty fun day here. Hot as hell. I just started watching The Boys, so that's been an interesting time, especially since I watched Go Lose a Ranger first. So it's kind of a fun parallel or whatever. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're honestly not very similar besides the fact that superheroes are fucking corrupt.
Yeah.
But The Boys is way fucking darker.
After only watching an episode and maybe like 20 minutes of the next episode, pretty damn dark. So.
Yeah, I'm not caught up on it. I think I've watched like a season and a half or 2 seasons. I can't remember. But, I just kind of got sucked into more anime and stopped watching it. So I guess I dropped it,
For now.
For
just
now.
all putting it on hold.
Yeah, I'm waiting for summer when there's no anime to watch.
There you go.
Awesome. Before we jump into some news, best way to support us, we say it every episode, rate the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on, and tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids. Well, actually, don't tell your kids. We're pretty raunchy. Tell your kids if they're over the age of 16. Tell your grandma, maybe she'll get into anime. You can watch One Piece together. And if you have any interesting topics or anything like that you'd like us to cover, let us know in the Discord or on our socials, linktree.com/animedegens. All right, Tyler, we're going to start with some news.
Yeah, and the first thing we got, just like we talked about on our rundown episode, I believe, we was wanting to see kind of how everybody was feeling about like Spice and Wolf Cower 2 or Tower of God Season 2. So we got polls up on most of our socials that allow us to have polls and in Discord. It'll be running for a couple days or whatever after this episode. It'll also be on Spotify. I'll put a poll up there. But we want to know which show y'all want us to cover on the summer rundown. Spice and Wolf Cower 2 or Tower of God Season 2. So
yeah, I just peeped the Discord poll. Tower of God is currently winning. So I guess me and Tyler have some anime to catch up on. It might look like it's one I've been meaning to watch anyways. So why not?
Yeah, I think actually Twitter is pretty landslide with Tower of God already too. So yeah.
All right. So, Hollow stands. Do your thing.
Yeah, if you wanna.
Don't actually.
Yeah, so just letting y'all know, linktree.com/animedegens for that. Tell us what you want, So
yeah, it's tough because like Spice and Wolf's good. It's just not a lot to dig your teeth into in those episodes. So it's like,
yeah,
we don't have a lot to talk about.
I feel like Spice and Wolf would have been a great so Spice and Wolf I think would have been a great segment to do like if we watch like the first season of the original and the first like Cower of the remake and then done like a side-by-side comparison / review, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what we don't do?
Watch a lot of anime.
No, we're not very analytical.
No.
We're not very analytical. That's a pretty intense conversation right there. And if I had just watched like Spice and Wolf the original, there's no way in fucking hell I'm watching the remake, dude.
but in all honesty, I think Spice and Wolf would have been better for us if we watched if we done like just a DGen review on it, like the whole thing or like the first Cower, something like we done with Dungeon Meshi, because I feel like we would have more talking points at that time,
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Next piece of news. So Tyler is hosting some Discord watch parties. If you want to join up on that, join the Discord. Again, linktree.com/anime degens. I wasn't able to make it last week with the room on Sunday nights. What'd you guys watch last week, Tyler?
We actually watched The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, which is a isekai from a season or 2 seasons ago. I can't remember which, but the way we're kind of doing this watch party stuff is we're watching a new show every week. Every Sunday, we're picking a new show and we're watching 2 to 3 episodes of it. So basically like a first look at newer shows every weekend. The Discord obviously gets to suggest shows that they want to watch or whatever, and we get to vote on them, and whatever wins is what we watch on Sundays. So
awesome. I got to just go plug Gurren Lagann in like 17 times on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could watch the first 2 to 3 episodes of Gurren Lagann, I guess.
No, we can watch all like 27 episodes of Gurren Lagann. It's fine.
Yeah, on our own time.
No. It's just like 2 months of Gurren Lagann.
Wait, Dan's actually saying right now that he's going to start a second watch party and they're going to be watching classics.
Yeah, I'm actually just going to be in Discord for an entire weekend watching Gurren Lagann.
Okay. He's going to let us know when that is too.
Just kidding. I do not have time to sit in front of my computer for a weekend. I'm already behind on yard work. I'm behind on so much shit because of all the traveling I've been doing. I'm like looking outside. I'm like, oh God, it's almost July and I need to mulch my fucking bushes, dude.
You're in trouble.
Dude, this is just how old I am. Like, I walk into my house and I go, shit, my front bushes need mulch.
But the funny thing is, I'm the same age as you, and I don't have that issue.
Things change when you own a house, my dude.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll just stick with not owning one.
Next piece of news we got is the Fairy Tail manga is getting a one-shot dropping on July 3rd. This is going to be different than the 100-year quest, so I have no fucking clue what it's about. That anime is also dropping in July, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I guess the next piece of news we got is Oshinoko actually is going to get a live action, which is going to be on Prime Video. Going to be 8 episodes. November 28th is the day they're saying, and I'm not sure if it's going to be like an all-at-once drop or like a weekly drop. They really didn't say. But they also said something about a movie being dropped on December 20th in theaters. I'm not sure if that's like a sequel to
live
that
action movie.
It was very confusing because they're dropping these 8 episodes and then they talked about a movie being dropped. So like, I don't know if it's like a sequel to the 8 episodes or like a summary of the 8 episodes, you know?
Oh, I was going to say maybe it's like 8 episodes that you're going to watch and then they're going to force you to go pay money to go to the movies to watch what should be like the last 4 episodes.
But that's probably what they're going to do, honestly. Because, I mean, it lines up like November 28th, you got 8 episodes. If they drop them all at once, and then they dropped a movie on December 20th, like a month later, just to try to get more money. I don't know.
Those Demon Slayer fucking assholes, dude.
Speaking
they know what they're doing.
Speaking of Demon Slayer, there's a leak out right now. It's not really confirmed yet, but a leak has been said that the end of Demon Slayer will be a trilogy of movies. So
they're really milking it.
Yeah.
But dude, Demon Slayer looks so good on the big screen. I know the story is mid. I know it. It's fine.
It's heating up now, you know, right? You know?
Sure.
We're getting to the end game, bro. This is better than
I thought you meant this arc, and I was like, yeah, really.
No, like in the Demon Slayer story, we're getting to the meat and potatoes, as you like to say.
We are getting to that steak dinner, dude.
Michael Jackson's gonna, make his move soon, right?
Yep. And he sure is. MJ is gonna his way through the fucking Demon Slayers, bro.
Tanjiro is gonna,
Tanjiro's gonna get moonwalked on when he's lying there dead.
damn. Spoilers, bro.
I haven't read Demon Slayer. I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Last piece of news we have some sad news. The producer of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from the beginning, Hiroyuki Umari, has passed away. Pretty young, from what I can understand. I think he was in his 50s. So, R.I.P. and thank you for the awesome show. It was no easy task to take that manga and make it an anime with how crazy the fucking character designs are. So appreciate that, and appreciate everything you did, man. But let's get to some fun stuff now.
Yeah, bullshit time, right?
So today's topic is called Lobotomy Kaisen Degenerate Domains. And the internet is going pretty crazy with the JJK memes. And it's been wild, man. Like the amount of really dumb nah I'd win memes. And if you haven't read the manga, that won't make much sense. I'm not spoiling shit. Has taken over. And there's also these absolutely hilarious videos where fictional characters outside of the JJK universe are getting domain expansions. Some of these include Mickey Mouse's domain expansion, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Naruto's Talk No Jutsu, SpongeBob's Jellyfish Fields, and my personal favorite, Kermit the Frog's Swamp of Serenity, where he beats Sukuna over the head with a fucking banjo and then drowns him in a swamp. It's been absolutely stupid. Go for it, Tyler.
No, I was going to say, I feel like we need to drop some of these videos in Discord too. So.
Oh, dude, any excuse to put a Devil Artemis video in our Discord, I'm all in on. But seeing all these stupid meme videos got us thinking it'd be pretty fun to come up with some domain expansions of our own. Little note is we're not limiting this to just anime characters. So we're going in the world of fiction and we're tying it into anime, so it should be pretty funny. Tyler, you want to just go on your first one?
Yeah, well, the first one I got is actually going to be an anime, and it's a well-known character named Sanji. So we're going to give him a domain expansion, and we're going to call it Love Island, because, when you think of Sanji, what do you think of? Like the hard eyes, love, all that good stuff, right?
Nosebleeds.
Yeah, nosebleeds. So basically his domain, you're going to be like transported or however domains work, right? And you're just going to have like a bunch of beautiful ladies all around you. And these ladies are like the ladies from that he's met before, that he knows, like that he's remembered, all that stuff from his past adventures, right? And then that's not where it stops. So whoever gets, brought into this domain expansion besides Sanji, like they are literally going to transform into people with hard eyes. Like think of how Sanji gets when he sees a beautiful lady, right? He's going to have hard eyes. He's going to be acting like a dog. Like he's going to be barking. He's going to be doing all that stuff. And basically the whole time you're in this domain and you're in this Sanji's form or whatever, you're going to be bleeding out until you're dead. That is Sanji's domain.
So what you're telling me is basically you're going to go into a domain, you're going to see Princess Shirahoshi, and you're going to fly in the air with a nosebleed.
Yeah, while acting like a dog with heart eyes, because that's what Sanji does. And that is his domain. Now, we all know that people do try to escape, stuff like that. And I feel like Sanji's domain needs something to protect himself with, just in case like the ladies don't work or something like that, and they're trying to get out. Well, if they try to break out, Sanji has the ability to gather the folks from Momaru Island to stop them and chase them around.
This is the transgender folks.
Yes, that Sanji trained at the island.
Oh, God, that might be I mean, just thinking back to that episode, how like them chasing Sanji around, that might be more deadly than the fucking women, dude.
Well, if like I said, if the nosebleeds and stuff doesn't finish them off like they're supposed to, if they're strong enough to try to break out of this domain expansion, then these ladies led by Ivankov, will, do their job.
So I have one fatal flaw of this domain though.
What is that?
Because when you use a domain expansion, when you go like Ryoki Yuki Tenkai or whatever it is, like you're in the domain too. So Sanji's gonna bleed out. Like he's fine.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is just a draw.
No, it doesn't. So even though
It's
Sanji's
gonna
gonna be
affect
acting like a
Sanji.
dog
We
and
know him.
stuff, but it's not gonna be making him bleed, right? Like it's all like a dream, right? Or whatever.
Sanji is gonna get a nosebleed, dude. He's gonna fly in the air too. We're both this like the domain is gonna disappear, and then there's just gonna be two people lying in a pool of their own blood.
You got a point. I don't know how to fix this.
He's just walking around his domain, covering his eyes.
Doing a little
The fucking hand signals is just him covering his eyes instead of like some Naruto symbols.
he has to blindfold himself before he goes in there. Now I mean, like, how would you do Sanji's domain then?
I figure it would be related to cooking.
Yeah, but
I have a better one for cooking later.
But this is more Sanji speed, right?
Yeah, but again, it's a weakness. We're not taking Sanji's strengths. We're taking his weakness and amplifying it.
But it's their weakness now, too.
What happens if you put a chick in this domain? And
it doesn't matter. Whoever's
that way.
Whoever's in there, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's like whenever you go in any domain, like you're in their domain now, right? So you're affected by whatever they want you to be affected by, right? So unless you try to break out or whatever, so it doesn't matter which way you are.
I guess so.
When you're in there, like you're basically Sanji, kinda. So
you're right.
But yeah, that I thought that would be a pretty fun, simple one to start off with. So
all right. For my first one, we're gonna stick to the theme of chefs here. I've got Yukihira Soma from Food Wars, and having a really fun play on Crunchyroll's terrible translations. We have Domain Expansion Malevolent Kitchen.
Oh no.
And how this domain works is basically Yukihira and his opponent are going to be pulled into a food war. And they're given a random challenge, and they must complete it in 30 minutes or less. Since domains don't actually last that long in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's going to take 3 minutes in the real world. And there's going to be 3 identical judges. And they all have the god tongue, and they're all that stone cold bitch Arina. Or Rita, whatever the fuck it is, I don't remember. And they're going to cook. They're going to cook their asses off. And the loser has to eat the winner's food, causing them to have a foodgasm, lose their clothes, as well as all their cursed energy. So when this domain breaks, you're going to have someone standing there, and then you're going to have another dude lying on the ground, completely butt-ass naked. After having an orgasm. So, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it works for Yukihira.
So, like, I haven't seen much of Food Wars, right? But I have seen of Food Wars, our boy Soma doesn't win a lot. So, like, I don't know. It's like that's not very good odds, right?
Well, so you got to think though. Yukihira is batting above his league, and he's like facing like world-renowned chefs at this crazy ass fucking high school they go to. But his opponents in the JJK world can't fucking cook to save their lives.
Yeah, but well, he would be in his own world, right?
I don't know. I mean, we didn't really make any rules for this. So I didn't think that hard. Well, if Yukihiro loses, he's lying there butt ass naked after having an orgasm. So I mean, things could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I what if he comes up against like Chef Ramsay or something?
It would be epic.
That would
Absolutely
be
epic.
I would hope that Soma would win, just because we would get to see Ramsay happy once in his life. So
Didn't Yukihiro win like that crazy competition at the very end to become like the best up and coming chef there was?
I've only watched half of season 1.
You've only watched half of season 1 of Food Wars? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What? You made me watch that shit. You've only watched half of season 1?
What do you mean? We only did a first look on it.
Yeah, and then I binged it, thinking you had already watched it.
No, Kriegs was the one that already watched it.
I thought you had watched Food Wars.
No,
Get
that's the first time I had
You know
ever
what?
watched Food Wars 2.
You know what? Deadly, you're right. Tyler, you're fucking fired.
I need you to say it like you mean it. Like Gordon Ramsay.
This is shit. You're fired.
Okay, I can accept that.
What are you? An idiot sandwich? I thought you actually had watched all of Food Wars.
No, like I said,
I just spoiled
Kriegs
the
was
end
the
for
one.
you. I'm sorry.
Ah, it's all the same, bro. It's literally all the same.
The last season was shit anyways. It wasn't nearly as good as the other ones.
That's what I heard. So
I mean, it was good, but it just wasn't as good.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I'll eventually get around to watching Food Wars. It's funny. It's real funny.
Yeah, they really
I
tone down the
ecchi.
the
Probably.
tentacles.
Oh, okay.
The ecchi's still there, but they tone down the tentacles.
Yeah, I just don't know how you binged it all like that. You know what I mean?
I had nothing else to watch. I was like,
Like
fuck it, let's run with it.
That's kind of like the ghost stories, right? Like it's funny, but like it's hard to binge that, you know?
It really wasn't. I feel like it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's probably honestly one of my like. I guess is it shonen? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I would say so. It's
I don't know.
probably aimed. It's either shonen or seinen. It's either aimed towards.
I mean, it's ecchi. That's all I know.
It's aimed towards males. That's all I know.
Hey. Don't assume what people like, Tyler. Come on, it's 2024. No, it was good though. It was really good. I enjoyed it. But I think that was. I just wanted to say Malevolent Kitchen one more time. That was really it.
I like it. It's a shame that I didn't use Malevolent Kitchen on Sanji, but like I said, I wanted to go the Sanji route. You know what I mean? So,
Fair enough, dude.
most of my shit is 100% bullshit tonight. So yeah.
Yeah, I have like one kind of serious one, and the rest are all just fucking stupid.
I'm kind of curious to see, like, hopefully our listeners like will come up with some crazy ones too, because I want to see like what they're cooking with. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Like, the hard thing about this was there's so many dumb ones you can think of that you had to like tone it down and like condense it. Like we were literally chatting a couple of days ago, and we were just like, "Yeah, Asta's domain, big black sword," like just dumb shit. But that's what it would be because Asta's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's like with domain expansions, like there's so much you can do with it. You know, like it's basically your own dreams, right? Like it can be anything.
So. You don't even know, dude. Just wait till the next like 2 seasons of JJK. The domain expansions get fucking nuts.
Wow. Okay. Worse than the Malevolent Kitchens. Hopefully, we actually get like a Malevolent Kitchen. So
I don't think so.
But yeah. Was that all of yours?
Yeah, yep. Orgasms and naked people.
Well, that sounds like a lovely time. So,
Could be worse.
speaking of naked people, I guess, my next one, my next one is gonna be Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Have you ever seen Rick and Morty, Dan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this one I named it Bottomless Throne, and like there was a couple more names that I was juggling, like I forget, like Tranquil Toilet, uh Rick's Retreat, stuff like that, And I just, I decided to do Bottomless Throne because when Rick uses his domain expansion, you basically get teleported to a domain that's in space, obviously. It's gonna be in space. As you look around, it's like a beautiful landscape full of like trees. Just think peaceful, windy plains and mountains with a clear view of the beautiful sky, and I kind of got a picture for Dan to look at over here, kind of what I'm going for. You think about like the episode where Rick is like in his having to use the bathroom in the one spot or whatever, I don't remember what episode that was, but just think of that. And like as you look around, like you see Rick sitting on his toilet right there in the middle of the open. And basically what this domain is whenever Rick is sitting on this toilet, literally anything is possible for him. Whatever he thinks about while sitting on this toilet in this peaceful state happens instantly.
I thought you were going a very different direction with this one. I thought you were going to make it so Rick's opponent would be sitting on the toilet and really felt like he had to drop the kids off at the pool, like take a dump, and it just wouldn't happen.
He's
He just sat
constipated.
there in agony thinking he was going to shit for who knows how long.
Well, like maybe if they try to break out or something, maybe then, they can do something like that.
Dude, that domain's got a stank.
No, it's Rick. Rick shit don't stink, bro.
It just smells like roses.
Yeah. And I mean, literally, it's his world, right? So, or it's his domain. So, like, and like, if they try to escape or something, we could do something fun with it. We could like maybe have the Morty army like stop them or something, or like a bunch of pickle Ricks, show up and like tie them down or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, I like it.
You know what I'm cooking? Like Rick is big brained, right? Like,
I mean, he's a genius.
yeah,
The smartest man in the universe.
like he could find something fun to do with you while he's taking his morning shit. So
there you go.
I mean, that's beautiful. Like it's a beautiful scene. You wouldn't want to be caught in his domain, so
be out there fucking having a picnic while he's just on the toilet going wubba lubba dub dub.
Show me what you got. I love Rick and Morty, by the way.
It's so funny. Have you watched what the fuck is the other show? The one that's on Hulu, Solar Opposites?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the hell it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Solar Opposites.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. No. I'm just gonna we're on the total sidebar now. So Solar Opposites is like the same. It was the same guy who did Rick and Morty, and it has this subplot in the show about the boy alien basically shrinks people and puts them in his wall in basically a giant terrarium. And Jesse feeds them candy, and they create this whole religion about Jesse's a god because she feeds them candy. And like there's this whole like government and everything inside the wall, like multiple revolutions. It's fucking nuts. It's one of like the greatest pieces of like dumb animation I've ever seen in my life.
This sounds so complicated, bro.
It's like, imagine you just have Game of Thrones as a subplot in the wall of a baby or fucking of an alien's bedroom.
So basically, like Game of Thrones inside Attack on Titan.
I mean, if Attack on Titan was in a terrarium, sure.
I mean, kind of right. It's just, I guess I don't know.
The Titans aren't dropping candy in the wall, dude.
No, it sounds like I'm gonna. Is there like one season of this or some shit?
No, there's like 5.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's been happening for a while. I know what you're talking about. I just ain't never seen it. But that sounds like a fun time.
It's just like they'll randomly be like an episode dedicated to the wall per season, and it's just so fucking good.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll check that out since I'm branching out and watching new shows like The Boys and shit. You know,
Look at you, man. Proud of you.
my first non-anime in like over a year. So
Damn. I just watched Shogun on Hulu. It's an FX show. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It was so good. Big fan.
really,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's about
So-
some potty mouth English pilot in the 1600s who gets to Japan and basically just becomes like this dude's right hand man as they overthrow the fucking government and shit.
Oh, I figured it'd be about like samurais and shit, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, it's samurais. And then an English guy with the fucking mouth of a sailor because he's a sailor. Like he's calling people like sniveling shit bags and stuff. It's awesome. And nobody understands him because he speaks English.
Nobody has to understand him to figure out what he's trying to say.
I don't fucking know. But speaking of shitty American animation, my
Wow.
next one. Oh no, this is one of my favorite shows of all
Oh.
time. But it's shitty American animation. I have Family Guy, and we're doing Peter Griffin's domain expansion, Infinite Cutaway. So this is literally copy paste Gojo's domain expansion, Infinite Void, but replace the endless stream of knowledge that Gojo uses to blow your head up with Family Guy cutaways.
so basically, like in that millisecond or whatever,
You're
you
getting
just learn
22
all about Peter Griffin.
Well, no, like, I mean, Family Guy has so many cutaways that have nothing to do with fucking Family Guy. So it's just a non-stop stream of random 30-second videos that make absolutely no sense in succession. And his opponent has a brain aneurysm and just dies.
Yeah, I can see that.
Cutaway.
Yeah, I haven't watched like Family Guy in so long, but that was one of my favorites. Like as a kid, like as a young boy, you know, growing up, Family Guy and South Park. That's all I wanted to watch, you know, on TV at night. So,
Oh, dude, Family Guy is still like, if I want to put background noise on, Family Guy is still my go-to because I've seen it so many times. I could just pick up anywhere in an episode. I know exactly what's going on.
I can't do that because my memory shit. So
I have watched Family Guy like probably about 3 times as many times as you've watched Naruto.
Are they still putting out new episodes of Family Guy?
Oh yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah. They're on like season 22, I think.
Has their like comedy like settled down some?
It's
to
evolved. It's evolved.
political correctness, you know, stuff like that. So
less than it used to be, but they put out a lot of Trump jokes.
okay.
Or they had like an entire episode dedicated to Trump jokes, and it was pretty funny. I think Peter was like vice president or some shit.
I haven't seen like many like advertisements about Family Guy or whatever, but I seen South Park. They done a new episode not too long ago about like Ozempic and shit, bro.
Oh, Lizzo?
I don't know about. I didn't watch it, but it was it was making fun of like the Ozempic and like the you know, the shots or whatever.
Yeah. So they made it basically what that was is that I I think it's Stan's mom couldn't get Ozempic, so her doctor recommended Lizzo, which makes you just feel okay with being fat.
They're so stupid.
Which is fucking hilarious. I saw a video of Lizzo reacting to it, and she was not happy.
So I think it's safe to say that South Park is still pushing the boundaries, whereas Family Guy kind of settled down a little bit.
A little bit. They've definitely toned it down, but it's still really funny.
Okay. Because if South Park is like literally attacking like Lizzo or whatever in their like jokes, or like that's pretty funny. So it's a wonder they don't get sued or some shit, bro. For defamation.
It's parody, dude. You can't sue parody. That's protected.
I guess. I don't know.
What are they gonna do? Lizzo's gonna sue him because they made a joke about feeling comfortable in your own skin when Lizzo's all about fat empowerment. They're just saying the truth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm gonna have to watch it though. I'm gonna have. Where's that even at? Like Hulu nowadays?
Paramount Plus, I think.
Family Guy?
No, Family Guy's on Hulu.
Okay.
I think South Park is all on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, something that I'm not buying, but I already got Hulu, so.
Yeah. I have Paramount Plus because my wife loves Criminal Minds, and that's where you have to watch that now.
It's a show I have no interest in.
I've watched a lot of it just in the background, and like my wife will watch that and like fall asleep, like with a show about serial killers. I'm like, how do you do that? Like people are just getting slashed up in the background and she's sleeping like a fucking baby. I'm like, I would have nightmares.
Desensitized, bro. She's been watching it for so long.
Yeah, I mean that show's been out for fucking ever too, dude.
Yeah. I think my mom used to watch it, so like a long time ago. That and CSI. So.
Oh yeah, and NCIS and NCIS Miami and NCIS Hawaii and CIS Chicago and CIS Toronto and all the other fucking ones they do now.
I think which one was the one with Horatio in it? That's the one my mom loved.
I don't even know.
CSI Miami?
That would make sense. That's a Miami name right there.
Yeah. I don't know. He had his like aviators on, you know.
I have no fucking clue. I don't watch that shit.
But yeah,
I'm a simple man who watches a lot of cartoons.
There you go. Same here. Obviously, you watch more shows than I do. So, but yeah, Peter Griffin was a fun choice. You got anything else for him?
No, I was trying to like think of my favorite Family Guy cutaway, but for some reason, the one that always comes to my head is like I think it's when they won the lottery. It's when they won the lottery. And Peter says, I'm going to dive into a giant pool of coins like Scrooge McDuck. And he dives in and he hits the coins and just splatters. And he goes, they don't create a fluid. It is a very solid surface. And he's like sitting there mangled. And I just laugh at that shit way too much. I don't know why.
So cutaways is like a flashback or something? Or a flash
It doesn't have to be a
forward?
flashback. It's like... It sometimes is, but it's like Peter's like, yeah, it's like that time that I did so and so, and then
like
it just cuts away to an entirely unrelated scene.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. At first, I was kind of confused, but
yeah, no, there's only one where it goes to an elephant on a motorcycle jumping over a car. Like it makes no sense. I was really close to doing chicken fights. And having Peter get the chicken as a stand and fight people with it. Like a stand from JoJo's.
Dan, I think you've watched Family Guy too much.
And it's just the chicken punching like cluck, 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 cluck.
Cluck and bell. No, I think you've watched Family Guy too much, bro.
Dude, it's my go-to background noise. People are like, I throw on an audiobook. I throw on a podcast. I'm like, I throw on Family Guy.
I love that. I'm literally gonna have to start doing some shit like that because I just turn the TV off and just sit in silence, you know, when I'm fixing to go to bed. So
I'm not allowed to be with my thoughts, alone with my thoughts for that long. My doctor said I couldn't. So Family Guy is my medication, I guess.
I feel like Family Guy is worse for you than your thoughts.
You don't know me that well, I guess.
Well, there we go.
And this got incredibly dark.
Yeah. Well, if you know a Family Guy,
I
you
am.
know,
But Kriegs is gonna crack up when he hears the Scrooge McDuck comment.
oh, I'm sure he will. He's gonna love this whole episode. I feel like.
I feel like he is.
I wish we could have got him on, but he was busy. So, my next one is gonna be from a TV show. Since we're talking about TV shows, and it's one of the reasons why I started watching The Boys, because I just now found out that he was on there, and that is Jensen Ackles. But we're gonna be talking about Dean Winchester. So I don't know if you've ever seen Supernatural or not.
Nope.
No, that's tragic. It really is.
Isn't that like some crappy like CW show?
Oh no, no, it's one of the best
Wasn't it
CW
on
shows in the world.
I don't know if there's I mean, saying it's like the best CW show is saying it's like a Tuesday afternoon stripper.
So
Like
it
it's
is
cool,
but
it's
it is
still
the best.
the bottom of the
CW.
barrel.
It is the best CW show in the world, and in my opinion, it is top 5 show of all time.
You're giving a CW show top 5 of all time?
It is Supernatural, bro.
Bro, it's the CW. What are you gonna next say? You like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
CW had Flash on it. Like they had a lot of shit on it.
Dude, everything DC is garbage except The Dark Knight.
But we're not talking about DW, whatever
DC?
the hell you said.
What do you think the
DC?
Flash is?
DC. We're talking about Supernatural. We're talking about Supernatural, and it's got Dean in it, and Sam, and like everybody knows him as Negan or whatever, right?
You're just saying generic white people names right now, so I'm following you.
All of my Supernatural fans out there, there's a lot. I know there is. I like Supernatural a lot. So, and Dean is my boy. So he's one of my favorite characters of all time, or whatever. So. But we're going to be talking about him on this domain expansion. And since Dan don't know a whole lot about him, he's not going to really get this, I guess. But anyways, his domain expansion is going to be called Route 666. And basically, you're just going to find yourself riding in the back seat of his black 67 Chevrolet Impala. The radio is cranking like Led Zeppelin and other classic rock staples. Anything that you would find on your daddy's radio back in the day. That's what he's going to be cranking. And you just look over from the passenger seat and you see Dean smiling at you. And over the blaring, Queen song or whatever the hell is on, AC/DC song, whatever's on, he hollers at you and asks you a question. Do you want some pie? And y'all go and get some pie at the nearest roadhouse because Dean absolutely loves pie.
Why is this bad? You're telling me I get to listen to classic rock and eat pie?
So you think it's all good, but when y'all sit down at the diner, you
get a bad slice of pie?
Dean's going to be sitting across from you. He's going to be eating pie or whatever, right? And you're going to be eating pie. But the thing is, you can't stop eating pie and junk food. And you just keep on eating pie and junk food over and over and over. And you look out the window and you see Baby sitting out there, which is his Impala. And you see Sam sitting leaning on the hood of the car, just making sure you're going to sit still and eat pie. And you're going to sit there and you're going to eat pie this whole time until you basically
have diabetes or
something. Yeah, I mean, diabetes, whichever comes first, bro. You're literally going to sit there and eat pie and hamburgers and all this other food, just like Dean does. until you die somehow or go into a coma or something.
And let me guess, Dean is fucking ripped with 6-pack abs, and all he does is eat pie.
I would say he's. I wouldn't say he's not ribbed, but he's not got a dad bod. You know, he's like your, like, I don't know, you know, sturdy boy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
so you
5'10", sturdy boy. You know.
So this is just a domain where you jam out to classic rock and eat pie.
Well, you jam out the classic rock as loud as it'll go while you're riding in a 67 Chevy Impala.
This sounds like a dream, dude.
Until you get to the roadhouse.
But you get to eat pie. Who doesn't like pie?
Exactly. Who doesn't like pie? Unless that's
so what?
Unless you just can't stop eating pie.
The domain shatters, and you're just sitting there at like 400 pounds, like lying on the ground having a heart attack.
Probably.
All right, you've been cooking, but this might be the worst one yet.
So I feel like you're against it because you don't know Dean, right?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want whatever fucking edibles that pie has in it because Tyler is quote unquote cooking right now.
I feel like the people that love Supernatural is gonna love this domain expansion because this shit is awesome. Like this is Dean's domain expansion to a T. Like you go into his world, this is what his world is. But I catered it to defeating the baddie, right? You know, there has to be a way to defeat the baddie. And the only way to do that is to eat pie.
Don't they fight like ghosts or like paranormal things or like supernatural monsters or some shit in this?
Yeah.
And you just were like, fuck it, pie.
That's what Dean cares about. He wants some pie.
I don't want to defeat this werewolf. I just want to go eat some fucking pie.
Well, I mean, he kills the werewolf and shit, but you're not going to be a werewolf. Like, you're like, you know, if we're in JJK or whatever, you're a Sukuna or something, you know, right?
All right,
or Nanami, I don't know.
I just need somebody who can animate. I just need Sukuna shoveling down fucking pies.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine, like, if you're sitting there literally making Sukuna eat freaking cherry pie over and over and over again. And he just can't stop. So imagine yourself on Thanksgiving, bro. After you've had your third plate or whatever, how are you feeling? You're feeling like shit, right?
No, I'm going back for a fourth because I'm a fucking American.
Well, after your fourth plate, how are you feeling? You're feeling like shit, right?
I'm probably passed out on the couch.
You're like loosening your buttons, you know, on your britches and stuff because you can't breathe. Imagine if you couldn't stop eating after that point and you couldn't throw up, like you couldn't relieve yourself of any of the pressure and you just keep on eating, bro. Imagine how painful that would be.
You know what? If I had edibles in me before, if I ate like 4 gummies and you put me in this domain, I'd be the happiest fucking guy in the world.
Well, you're not going to be on edibles.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, even if you are on edibles, you'll just be happy until they wear off, I guess, or you die of wood. I don't know.
I'd probably die before the 6 hours of being stoned wore off.
But yeah, I feel like this was a good, a fun, maybe what you call a niche.
Very niche.
Yeah, I feel like the people who love Supernatural is gonna love this. So shout out like Scoofy, you know, she's a Dean man too. So
she's a Dean stan.
Yeah, Dean man stan, whatever you want to call it. So.
All right, we have pie, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Bet you didn't have that on your bingo card.
No. No, I did not. I had no idea where you're going with that one. Okay, my next one's kind of serious, but it's badass. So everybody, hopefully, who listens to an anime podcast has watched Dragon Ball Z, except Tyler.
I'm getting close. I'm getting really close.
You've been getting close for a year now, dude.
I've almost finished Gurren Lagann 2. I'm close.
Oh, okay.
About the same amount of closeness as the other one, though.
Gurren Lagann is like 26 episodes, and Dragon Ball is what, 100?
And 50?
Oh,
I've only got
okay.
like 15 left of Dragon Ball.
So you're not
And
even
I got
halfway
like
done
15
with
left
Gurren
of
Lagann.
Lagann.
It's not even halfway done yet. God damn it. Well, back to the domain expansion. We're giving Goku one, and this is Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And when Goku opens his domain, his opponent is forced to watch him train like he does in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. And he's going to level the fuck up because that's what Goku does. So the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in DBZ, 1 day is equal to a year. Domains don't last a whole day in JJK. At least I don't think they do. I've never seen that happen. And I'm caught up in the manga. But so we're going to do 3 minutes equals a year. And say Sukuna is going to have to watch Goku hit like Super Saiyan fucking 17 or some shit. And then Goku's going to proceed to kick his ass the minute his training is over.
You think Goku
could kick Sukuna's ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking Goku, dude.
Even with Malevolent Kitchen?
Bro, he's Goku. JJK is like a fucking pimple compared to the DBZ world, dude. They pop that shit no problem.
I wonder how many people I just made mad.
Probably a few. Definitely a few.
I'm just joking, y'all. Saitama would solo. Okay, I'm sorry, Dad. Continue.
This is a really broken domain. Like, Vegeta's going to be pissed because Goku could just train nonstop and Vegeta has no chance of keeping up. But I don't know. I just wanted to include the Hyperbolic Time Chamber because that shit's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like that's like I feel like the Hyperbolic Time Chamber is legit a cheat code.
It is legit a cheat code.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fucking Gohan goes in there unable to like do anything, comes out of fucking Super Saiyan.
So with Goku's domain, right, that you're talking about, is Sukuna's or like whoever the villain is.
He's just watching.
Whoever the villain is literally just watching him train.
Yep, just watching like a million push-ups, Kamehamehas flying around, whatever. And then he's gonna fight that guy after you just watch him get fucking super swole.
And basically during this whole time, since he's just watching, he's kind of like losing his
he's losing his edge, yeah, because he's just sitting there and he's, he doesn't do anything for what seems like a year.
Yeah.
But with Sukuna, that's probably not a problem because he didn't do shit for like 2000 or whatever it was, like 1,000 years or some shit.
Yeah. And then Goku just like opens the door and it's like, okay, bitch boy.
Yeah, I didn't even use my domain to fight you. I just used it to taunt your ass. Catch these hands, bro.
I like this. He deserves to be like on the Black Air Force energy now. After this,
that's only Goku Black.
Okay. I don't really know nothing about them. So
that's you got a long way to go until DB Dragon Ball Super.
Is that after Z?
Yeah. Well,
or Kai or whatever. I think I've already decided I'm gonna watch Kai, right? So
it's the same story without all the filler. It's good enough. But there's Dragon Ball GT in the middle.
That's trash show, right?
It wasn't bad. It's just not
filler, right?
Well, it was released as a whole show, and they said it's not canon.
Yeah, it's basically like Boruto.
Well, no, Boruto is part of that timeline and has totally trashed Naruto. Super Saiyan 4 is fucking cool, dude. They turn into monkey people. Like, I don't know. It's fucking badass.
Okay.
And that's where we get my Discord photo with the Black Star Dragon smoking a cigar. Like, gotta have it.
So you're saying GT is a fun watch and I should watch it probably.
If you're really bored.
Okay, I'll just watch unabridged.
I don't know if they did DBGT abridged.
Yeah, that one. I'll just
I
watch
don't.
that.
I don't know if they did that.
Well, I'll just watch like the abridged version of like the rest of the Dragon Ball. It seems very interesting.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
I've had the most fun watching that. So, but yeah, is that all you got for Goku?
Yeah, pretty straightforward there. Not that funny, but it was cool.
Well, I think we got one or two more that we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Like one more.
We got one full one, and then we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay. Alrighty. So my next one is probably my most bullshitty of the night. Probably, I don't know. All of them's been bullshitty, but it's Shrek. So his domain expansion is going to be called the Riz Swamp Shack, and basically, you're all of a sudden after he hits the domain expansion on you, kind of like he hits the gritty, whatever. All of a sudden, you're in a swamp, right? Obviously, Shrek lives in a swamp. But the swamp, you look around, it seems pretty peaceful. Like everywhere you look is basically trees, swampy water, mud. There's a little shack sitting there. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like a song starts fading in. And it's The Love Shack by the B-52s. You really start to get nervous at this point, bro. Like, you start sweating. Really nervous. And then the door of the shack just opens up. And there stands Shrek. And then he just hits you with that, that meme, of him just, rubbing his hands and just look up at you, Dan can see it over here. I'll drop it in Discord later. It'll probably be on the video. That's his face. He's got that little smirk on his face. He's looking at you side-eyed, and you don't know what's going to happen next. You know what I mean?
I can tell you what's going to happen next. Shrek is going to look you in the eyes, and he's going to be like, the crazy thing about I can't do a Shrek. And like, the crazy thing about ogres, we got a lot of layers like onions, and he's going to start stripping.
Well, I think you're getting the gist of it. But at this point, Shrek just standing there giving you this look. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, an urge comes on you, over you. And
dude, this is getting a little too degenerate for our podcast. Are you saying that you're gonna fuck Shrek?
I'm not doing it.
What did you get in Shrek's domain, bro? You can't stop it.
You immediately start walking towards the shack, right? Because you can't stop. Because he just has so much riz. That's what Shrek is. He's got riz.
And what? Once you walk into the shack, Love Shack fades off, and all of a sudden you start hearing some Marvin Gaye. Candles are lit.
Then it's rumored that, once you go in the swamp, you're never seen again. Rumors are that Shrek eats all the people that enter his domain. And we can't really talk about what else may or may not happen, I guess. I don't know.
I can't believe you just brought this on our podcast.
It's nothing bad, Shrek is rumored to eat people, bro. And you're literally lulled into his shack where,
we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it at that.
I feel like that was like, dude, if it's the face and stuff,
Tyler literally like got off work today, just got high as a fucking kite, and was like, ogres. I've always wanted a fucking ogre.
I'm not gonna be in a domain. And to be fair, I never did say anything like that. Just because Shrek loves the B-52s doesn't imply anything.
This is very strongly implied.
It doesn't imply anything.
not.
The rumor is that he eats those people because that's what ogres do. They eat the people, right?
He shows them all the layers.
That's what you said, not what I said.
All right, for my next one, let's change the subject really fast. I got Gintoki from Gintama, and his domain expansion is King of Parody. And so Gintoki loves manga, and the Gintama anime loves just parodying the shit out of every anime, every manga, a bunch of Japanese references I don't even know. And he's going to channel that into his domain expansion. What this is going to allow him to do is use the power of any other anime character there is. So you're going to end up in this domain expansion. He's going to be fucking throwing Kamehamehas at you, Rasengans, fucking gum pistols. He's going to have a stand, which is actually just a ghost. And he's going to have Bankais and shit, because this all happens in Gintama. Like, all of that happens in Gintama.
So basically, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just incredibly broken. But the best part of them is they're all going to be really bad knockoffs. And he's going to have to change the names of everything.
That's doable, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I was really close to making one about breaking the fourth wall and just shattering people's understandings of the world because they understand that they're just an anime or a manga character, but that got a little too deep. And I was really close to calling this domain expansion Dragon Blee Peach or Peace. Because
Dragon Peace? Oh.
Dragon Blee Peace. So Dragon Ball Bleach One Piece. Because there's an episode where they're trying to figure out what to do the next season, and they're all trying to come up with ideas. And one of them is like, we're just going to rip off every anime there was. And it's a whole episode of them just making constant references, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
It's hilarious, dude.
I really need to like step it up and
watch
some more Gintama, honestly.
I gotta get back in the Gintama train. I've been slacking.
Well, you said you was almost finished.
I have like 130 episodes more to go.
Oh, the way you talked, it was like 30.
No, I was cruising for a long time, and then I hit a wall, and I was like, I need to take a break. Like, I can't binge anime like I used to. Like, give me a 50 episode series, I'm good. But once we start talking like 300 episode shows, I gotta break that up into like 2-3 segments.
He said, I can only handle so much bullshit, bro. That's
Dude,
basically what Gintama is.
It's just all memes, dude. And then you'll randomly have like 4 super serious episodes in a row. And then the next episode will be like something incredibly stupid.
Oh, I thought you was going to say making fun of those 4 episodes.
I think they have done that. I guarantee they've done that.
If they haven't done that yet, they are going to do that. So.
Oh, yeah. I think one of the last episodes I watched is like, so Gintama, there's aliens. And one of them is like, there's this alien with a flower on his head that's like a green ogre that they're all terrified of. And that green ogre alien's family comes to Japan.
Oh, is that Shrek?
Kinda. Little more like an Oni, you know, like the Oni vibes going. But they take them to a hot spring to show them Japanese customs, and they end up just beating the shit out of these aliens. They're like, wow, Japan is so nice.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and an old guy's scrotum gets stretched out like a fucking mile long. I don't know.
Oh, that's nice. What show are you watching again?
Gintama.
Damn. It sounds like honestly, like, I think a good comparison to Gintama would probably be like Rick and Morty, right? Kind of similar, right?
I would honestly say more Family Guy.
What about Family Guy meets Rick and Morty?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Gintama's just special, dude. It doesn't compare to anything. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
I just haven't finished it yet. I haven't like the best arc is coming up, and I think that's what I need to get back into it.
I wish that they would like, I don't know if they've done this or not, but it would be super cool if they would, instead of like sticking to like anime only like references or whatever, if they would like dive into like the Western animation or whatever, or like
There's a
just
chance.
like films or whatever, just like
So if you watch the Gintama dub, which is fucking a gem in its own right, there's like 17 John Cena references in like the first 2 episodes.
okay. So they do like kind of bring it in for the Westerners, like they
They did it with the dub, but the dub only lasted like 50 episodes, I think.
That's tragic.
So I actually watched it. I think it was only like, I don't know, it was 20 or 50 episodes somewhere in there. I actually watched it all dubbed, and then I went back and started again subbed. So I've actually watched like 270 episodes of Gintama. But
which one did you find was better for like us, like English speaking people?
oh, the sub 100%. It's way better.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though the jokes was different or whatever, like more catered towards like Western or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's just better. The voice acting is way better.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about like trying to find like the dubbed or whatever, but I know you've said in the past don't do it. So the subbed is way better. So
yeah, it's way better. I would definitely recommend the sub, but if you're bored, you can watch both.
True. Okay.
But the best part of Gintoki's domain expansion is he can open it and then he can just go infinite void and just fuck people up. Because he can do whatever he wants.
So basically, you could just like have domain expansion inside a domain expansion.
Yeah, he'd be like in King of Parody, and then he'd be like, I'm trying to think of a dumb way to say infinite void. He could be like unlimited brained fucking.
Or maximum info dump. Okay. That's fun.
Who you got for your little quick honorable mention?
This one is probably like my most serious one out of all of them, and it's Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, and it's gonna be like the city of many faces, and basically you're just gonna be in like an old fashioned city, right? And you look around, there's a lot of people around you, but as you look at their faces, like they're gonna be people that you actually know, like all your family, friends, like coworkers, people like that you know. But the thing about this domain is that Arya can be any one of them, right? And with each passing like minute or whatever in this domain or whatever, like she's plotting to kill you or torture you, whatever, whatever she plans on doing in there in a unique way.
Maybe bang her sister or brother or something like that. It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones. So, like she's plotting something against you, and it's going to be unique. And she could be any of these people that you know. She could be your mom, standing right beside you. Like it's pretty brutal if you think about it.
Yeah. So, do the people do they interact with you, or do they just walk by you and pretend they don't know you?
No, it's like it's like a city full of your relatives, friends, like stuff like that, and it's like they've been living there or whatever. So it's kind of like normal life.
But since you know all of them, do they act like they know you, or do they just walk by you like people would in a city?
I mean, it could probably be either one.
Okay.
Like I guess it would just depend. Like maybe it's kind of like you're invisible. You could go that route,
That'd be really mind fucky. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, like I guess it just depends on what Arya wants. Like I said, you can like either be invisible or like not there technically or whatever, or you can be there and like they can interact with you like normal. I guess it's just whatever she wants, because she's like the mastermind of like hidden stuff, right? Or hiding in disguises or whatever, right? So
nice.
But yeah.
All right, for my last one, I've got Saitama from One Punch Man, and his domain expansion is consecutive normal punches. And when he does his hand sign and says domain expansion, nothing actually happens. And he just punches the shit out of you with his normal punches, and you get blown away. And the only reason he says domain expansion is because it's funny.
So kind of like Mash, bro, from Mashal.
Yeah.
He acts like he does magic, but he don't.
Yeah, nothing actually happens. He just punches you a bunch and you get blown away. The end.
I like that. That honestly fits like his like the whole anime of One Punch Man too. So
Yeah. 100%. Everyone's got crazy fucking powers, and he's just like, I do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and I run 10 kilometers a day. 100 squats. Can't forget the squats.
yeah. And then he shows up with his cape.
Yep.
I love One Punch Man. I'll be so excited. I'll be so happy when we finally get the news that like the season 3 like
is actually being animated.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be, but we just don't know when it's coming. It's like it's even on the Mao database. So
yeah, but Fire Force season 3 has also been on that database for fucking 27 years. It feels like.
I feel like One Punch Man has a way better shot at coming soon. So
yeah, they'll probably drop in the same season. That'll probably be how it goes. It's gonna be awful waiting,
but it's gonna be a great season.
Oh, 100%, dude.
I haven't watched Fire Force, so
you should. You fucking should. Put it on your list.
Maybe that'll be one of those classic watch parties that Dan's gonna put on one weekend.
Yeah. I don't have time for that. My Sunday nights are reserved for watching the rundown shows.
It's true. I thought that was okay. Yeah, okay.
But awesome. That's all we got for you guys this week. If you have any funny or cool domain expansion ideas, drop them in the Discord. We'd love to chat with you. Put them in the podcast discussion section. We'll be back next week for the rundown on Tuesday. Peace. See ya.
Later.
雨の中で立ち尽くした